Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to another Flossy Friday, and it's actually Friday evening. I recorded this yesterday like I normally do, but I was very tired and I fell asleep and I had off today, so I was going to upload early this morning so that way it could be posted by now, and my computer was basically being a dick and finally let me get back into iMovie to export it and start that whole process, and it didn't save. So I have to go and take care of my neighbor's dog, so I'm going to attempt to make this a little bit shorter than yesterday's, which was around 35 minutes. So I'm already kind of okay with that because I like watching longer videos of other people's, but it takes me a long time to watch them. Like, I have to sometimes like break up. I can't always watch it in one chunk, and I personally just like doing shorter ones. Anyways, let me talk about a couple of things that I should have shown last week and I didn't. Because I forgot, because I'm an idiot. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is this package came in upside down, which contained my Baker's Dozen piece of Picture This Plus. I'm getting 32 count Lagana, an 18 by 27 piece, and my free little gift this month is a package of 2 Mill Hill applique beading needles, which is really exciting because at some point this year I want to start the Madonna in the Garden by Mirabilia, and I will have to figure out how to bead things. I have Mellow for another project, but in Ada, and I actually, on Ada, it's a lot brighter than I wanted it to be. So, I think for that project, I'm going to dip that in some tea. But, otherwise, I love this color. I think this will be really pretty for something. I just don't know what. So, really excited about that, but it came in the mail, and for some reason, it got put on my kitchen bar, not my kitchen table, and then something else got put on top of it, and I totally forgot about it, and I didn't bring it in here last week, so I needed to show that. And then some of the extras that came with the package is this M Designs bunny in a basket. It's really cute, but not exactly like my thing. This is a Glendon place, and it's a little bunny and a chick and a butterfly, and I think that's a bird. Kind of looks like a bird, but it's like sitting on something. I don't know. I don't know what all is going on in the background. I may have to Google this to see what it looks like. There's a sun right there. It's pretty cute. I kind of like it. But again, I would have to Google it and see what it actually looks like. I do kind of like this look of the Irish up here by the sunflower seed. And this is just a cute little Easter basket called Tiny Basket by Cricket Collection. And then this one makes absolutely no sense to me at all. But I like the little bunny with the basket. But it says, "Where do Easter eggs come from?" I get it. It's like, I get it, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, that's a bit out there even for me. But it's cute, and I think some people would really enjoy this. It's by Little Treasure Designs, if you're looking for it. I don't know what it's called. It doesn't have a name on here. Anyways. Oh, there's a little story. Her 3-year-old asked her where Easter eggs came from, and she told them the Easter bunny, and so he wanted to know where the bunny got them, and so she said dragons. So that's how this came about. Anyways, it's cute, but I would probably never stitch the dragon or this. With the bunny with the basket is really cute, but there's 0 eggs in it, so you'd have to put like a couple, like 1 or 2 little eggs in there. But otherwise, it's cute. I mean, you can't fault a 3-year-old. All right. All right. The other thing is this little needle in here. This is why I still have this packaging, is because I had ordered with, I don't know where, okay. I don't know where it is. I had ordered a while back, a couple of patterns. I'd ordered a ton of stuff from Market, and then I ordered these 2 random patterns, both packages from the Cottage Needle. But whenever all the Nashville stuff came in, she decided to send them all at one time. They were 2 separate orders. So last week I got an email saying that my order had shipped, but I was kind of confused because I was like, well, I already got it. So I was just thinking maybe she had to say it shipped to close it out, which totally made sense to me. So I just didn't think about it. And I actually received a package in the mail, and Rachel always gives you a free needle with your purchase, but she did resend to me 2 patterns. One of them was one that I ordered, and one, instead of being the 4 Freedoms pattern, ended up being the Battle Hymn. It's not the Confederate Battle Hymn, but it's just a battle hymn of the Republic. Battle Hymn of the Republic by Little House Needleworks. Anyways, super cute pattern, by the way, but I wrote her back and said, oh my gosh, you actually sent this to me like a month ago, and one of the patterns is not right. I don't want you to be off on your inventory. So I sent it back to her. I did keep the needle. Thank you, Rachel. And she was super sweet about it, and she even refunded me through PayPal for the shipping to send it back, plus a little bit extra, just because she said that was really sweet of me. I guess some people would never have told her, but I come from working in customer service my entire life, and part of that, I was a retail manager, and I know what it's like to be stolen from. I mean, I don't personally, it wasn't like my store, but I mean, I worked there and I took pride in that. And so I would never want to do that to somebody else. So that was super sweet of her. Definitely, if you're looking for things, the Cottage Needle is a really great place to get stuff. Also, a little bit of happy mail. I'm just getting all of the things out of the way first. I've really been wanting to get on this Edgar Allan Poe sale that y'all are doing. It's too far away, but I can literally see it. But I have 2 or 3 books that are like the collected works of Edgar Allan Poe. My family, a 4th of it is from the Baltimore area. Like, I love Edgar Allan Poe. My car is named Raven. I have a Texas shaped with the Maryland flag sticker in it because my cousin sent that to me. Anyways, I love his work and anything like that, but I want to really do the, why can't I think of the name of it? Probably because I'm trying to do this way too fast. Anyways, there's a couple of patterns that I really, really, really like. One that I really want to do is it by the Cricut Collection? It might be. Michelle Bindi is doing it. It's beautiful. I want to do it so bad. But I also really like some of the smaller, more simpler ones. And so freaking sweet. Angie was working on this one. This is by Hinsiet. I don't know how to properly say this company, this designer. But she did this one and she changed some of the colors and they looked bomb. Like, you need to go check her out, Crafty Angie, on IG. So freaking bomb. Yeah. So I just said that I really liked it. And so, yeah, she did the reds. She kept the reds, and then she did black for the crow and a gray for the lettering. But it was kind of like it looked I can't say that it was a bluish gray, but it looked like a bluish gray. So like somehow like the coloring like kind of more reflected like a bluish gray. But this is what she changed it to. 844 and 310. So she just switched them. Yeah, that is kind of a bluish gray. So she just switched out the black and the gray. And she highlighted it some, but I don't really care. This is so cute. So, she sent me a little cute note, and I don't remember when I got this. I might have gotten it on Friday or Saturday. So, definitely wanted to say thank you to Angie for that. I have already texted her, but there you go. Another thing that I didn't show last week with my massive Lizzie Kate haul was this 32 count white Joblin even weave fabric. It is 26 by 36, 27 by 36. It cost $23 on 123 Stitch, and I don't know why. Again, something got sat on top of it, and I wanted to dye it, so I kind of kept it in the kitchenish area. But I usually do just tea dye and then put it in the oven. And this time I added the coffee, and I really hate to say this, Chelsea and Priscilla, I personally hate the smell of it, but I love the look of it. But part of that's because I literally have not drank coffee in like 3.5 years. I just don't like the smell of it anymore. Like I've had like that much in the last like year. Like maybe 2 drinks that had a little bit of coffee in it. But straight up just drinking coffee, I haven't drank it in around 3.5, almost about 3.5 years. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the instant coffee smell. I don't know, but it totally overtakes the tea smell, and I'm not a fan, but it will disperse eventually. And I'm kind of looking forward to that day, but either way. So this is what I got. So that's one side, and then this is the other side. Yes, I did get a little burning action. I dyed some other stuff while I had a big vat of it going, and I will show that here in a minute. But I flipped them like top and bottom, and it must have just, I don't know, I like missed it by like a minute or two, the buzzer going off or something. I don't know. I don't remember. I think I like had to pee. I don't know. Okay, so anyways, that's that, and I'm really excited. It's a pretty decent piece, so I'll either be able to do like one really big thing, 2 medium-sized things, or a ton of really small things, which I'm excited about any of those options. All right, so let's talk about what I've been working on, and then I will talk about the other fabrics that I dyed and something that came in the mail. All right, so what I was working on last week, at the end of last week, was my Sunshine Trio, and that's the hashtag I'm using in case you want to start the SAL with me, which I don't think anybody is, but that's okay. So this is Stitchrovia's, she came out with the 3 patterns for the song. This is Gray Skies, I think is like the official name on Etsy, but it's the You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine, You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray, You Never Know, Dear, How Much I Love You, Please Don't Take My Sunshine Away, blah, blah, blah. It's that. So last time, I think I was at this point as far as the center goes, and I talked about finishing up the border and getting a little bit done in the 1st and 3rd pattern for placement and things like that. So that's exactly what I did, and I worked on this a little bit Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday, and I got the border done and a little bit in part 1 and 3 in there as well. So now I can just pick it up, and whichever one I want to work on, whatever colors I'm feeling that day, I can just pick it up. I already have a place to like start from for any of the 3 patterns, and I'm good to go. I really, really love how this border came out. There, wrong side. This little like pattern or part of this little pattern is in some of the letters. That's actually like this next, it's the word sun. This little pattern is in that, and I just kind of extended it. And so across the top, there's just the top and bottom. There's one little dot, and then down the sides, there's two. And then the corners have a single heart. I just wanted to pull it all together. In part 1 and part 2, there is a single red heart that you're supposed to stitch it in 666. And in part 3, there is a single heart, but it's not supposed to be stitched in 666, but I'm going to stitch it in 666. So I did the border for this in the Christmas red, which is 666. So that way it would kind of like tie all the pieces together, make it really cohesive, and I really, really like the way this turned out. The only thing that I may or may not end up changing is putting a little bit, maybe just like some dots between here and there. I don't know. I played with a couple of different options whenever I was designing it and figuring out all the correct spacing for everything. And I didn't really like anything else, but that was also without any of the pattern actually represented in it. So I don't know. I might add a little bit more. I might leave it the way that it is because I really do like it. So we will see. All right, so I'm just jumping around all over the place. I'm so sorry, guys. I kind of feel a little spastic just because I was not expecting to have to re-record this, let alone on a very short time frame. Okay. So while I'll talk about the fabric really fast, while I had the tea coffee dye going, I threw in a couple other pieces. I don't know what some of the counts or types of fabric some of this is. No hate. Some of it I do and some of it I don't. But I was given some like random scraps, and so they were white or cream, and then I dip dyed some colored fabric, which I know what those are. So, well, most of them. So I will just show you. So the first 3 pieces were just some cream. They are serged around all the edges. They are definitely an even woven linen, but it's not even weave. So I'm not really sure. It's not a Joblin. Actually, it might be even weave, but it's not a Joblin or anything like that. But this is how one piece came out. So it's like longer and skinnier. This could either be 28 count or 32 count. I am not 100% for sure, but I love how it turned out. So, I should be able to do like a really cute, like skinny piece on that. Then this really tiny piece, it came out super cute. Again, same count, same type of fabric, not sure what it is, but perfect size for an ornament. Then the next one is, again, exactly the same as the other 2, just a little bit bigger of a piece. It's more of, you know, a square, not long and skinny. So I have some options with what I can do with these, and I'm excited about it. Okay, the next piece is 32 count linen, and it is the blue, the bottom half of the blue that I'm doing the Lizzie Kate Wouldn't Life Be Great piece. So it's just like a Hobby Lobby purchased linen that was that off colored blue. And this is what it turned out to be, tea dipped. Very, very pretty. I have a pretty decent chunk of this. Pretty nice. I love how the modeling came out on this. I think it's going to look great. It's coming out a little bit more green on the camera than what it is. That's more true to color. So that's going to be fun. This is another linen. This is the linen that Adele sent me, and I cannot remember what this is. Maybe this is a Jobelin. Don't remember, but I dyed it a while back, so find that video for me because I don't remember when it was, but I dyed it a pink and purple mottled, and I loved it, but it was a little bit too bright and I couldn't really find a pattern that I loved for it, so I dipped it in some tea. I'm gonna half it because then there's no light coming through it. That's pretty close. So it's a little like, I don't know, it kind of looks like some blush got slightly pissed on, but it looks really pretty in real life. That's a horrible way to describe it, but kind of what it looks like on camera. It's definitely not that yellow. Anyways, this turned out really, really, really cute, and it's just not as bright anymore. It's still pink and purple, so it'll just be easier to find something for that now. All right. The next one that I did, this was the second half of my Fat Eighth from Picture This Plus Haunted. This is a 16 count, and if you know what Haunted looks like, it is gray and blue, and this is what it looks like now. This is so trippy. This is gorgeous. It is like grungy and kind of gross, and I'm kind of also in love. So this was 16 count. This is actually the other half of the kit fabric from the Frosted Pumpkin Sleepy Hollow pattern. And so that's what a little coffee tea dye did to it, and a little baking in the oven. I love it. And I really like this for a pattern that I really want to start, but it's not big enough. So I'm actually really sad about that. But I'm going to be able to find something really cool and creepy to put on there, and I'm excited about that. All right, so the last piece that I did is another half, but there was a half and a fourth. So I cut off the fourth and I left it its normal color. This is Picture This Plus Midas. This is an 18 count, and you are going to pee yourself. This is so bomb. This is like the perfect gold color. I love this, how this came out. And I know that it's kind of still looking a little bright on camera until I do that. Look, this is the original. This is Midas, and this is coffee tea dyed. I literally left it in there for like maybe a minute or two, but this looks bomb. I love it. How many times can I sound like I'm from the freaking 90s? I mean, I am, but I mean, I'm not. I'm from the 80s, but I grew up in the 90s. Anyways, what am I saying? Okay, so a little tiny bit of haul. I got my 1, 2, 3 stitch order in, and the first one that I got was Country Cottage Needles Works, the Nativity. I've been looking for a Nativity that I absolutely adore. I really like this one. I'm excited to have this one. I really want to do it. I still have something in particular in mind. I just haven't found the perfect one. There's a couple of other patterns that I love parts of them, and I wish that they were the same pattern, but they're too different for me to try and merge them myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. But this one is still incredibly cute. So I had to have that, and that one's just been like in my wish list on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, but this pattern is the real reason why I ordered. This is Lila or Lila. I say Lila, but I'm not sure. But Lila's Studio, bless us, and this is the one that I was talking about in last week's video. It finally came. I absolutely love this. I love the fruit and flower basket in the middle. I'm kind of indifferent to all the birds, but whatever. But the grapes, the wine grapes, love that. This is a prayer that my family has said my entire life on my dad's side of the family, the Catholic side, before we ate. And I want this to go with all my other prayers that I'm doing right now, which all of those I want to be on the same 18 count Pictures Plus Ancient, so that way they all match. And my vision eventually is to have my Catholic Haid girl in the middle with all the prayers surrounding her. I think that would be beautiful. That means that I have to stitch on her at some point, which, not to worry, because she is going to be my absolute focus for Mania. I'm not going to work on whips. I'm not going to work on like 18 million starts like some people. I'm straight up just working on my Haid. At least for the first half of the month. I might go crazy, and if that happens, then I will put her away. But I'm hoping that I don't go crazy, because I would love to get some really big like work on her. So for Holy Week, speaking of prayers, I got out my Apostles' Creed. It was just calling to me. Basically, Angie was getting out her Last Supper Haid and restarting it for the 5th freaking time because she can and wanted to. She just hasn't liked it since, so she's restarting it. And she was going to work on it for Holy Week, and I was like, that sounds like a really fun idea. I've been wanting to work on the Apostles' Creed some more, so I decided to get mine out. So this is where I was last time. Ignore that down there. But this is page 3. This is the center page, and that E up there is literally the center of the pattern. So I have that page half done, kind of. So then I just went ham, and I went down to page 4 because I get tired of fabric being like bunched either too much up at the top or too much on the right hand side, which is the side that I deal with my needle. And it just bothers me. So I wanted to get the bottom half finished so that then I could work backwards and work my way up to the top, where I would have less bunching up at the top, which drives me insane. It's a personal preference. So since I had the bottom half of the middle page finished, I decided to go ahead and go to the 4th page. So from this greenery right here to the little pink flowers down here, that is the 4th page, and it's a little bit more than half of it. So I have this much left of each row to go down. So I still have a fair amount. But today, which it makes this even more frustrating because I have more progress now. But today I started, I wanted to make sure that my fabric was long enough, just barely. But I wanted to go ahead and get started on the final page. This stitch color you can barely see on camera, but you can see it in person. And I'm using the Weeks Dye Works clamshell, which I used in the Angel's Wings, for all the initials. Now, in the pattern, there are 4 initials and then the date, and there's only 3 people in my family, so I'm just going to have 3 initials and then a larger space and then the date where it's supposed to go. So those are my dad's initials, and then my mom's will be next, and then mine, and then all the way at the end will be the date. And so I've just been doing like the greenery for that row, and this row's flowers, and then this is a cream floral border. So that's where I'm at with my Apostles' Creed. It's coming along. So this is how wide it is up here. This is the whole width, and this is the end of it down here. So I still have a lot to do, but I'm really enjoying this. So I'm definitely going to stitch this through the rest of Holy Week, which is through Sunday. Then I might, depending on how much work I am able to get done on it tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, I might leave it out for another day or two just to... It would be really cool to get page 5 and 4 done. Don't know if that's going to happen, but... And then the only other thing is I fixed a... I say that I fixed a little fudge. I made a little fudge and I fixed it myself, but in the normal pattern, these two S's line up, but because of what I did, I should have moved this over by one, and I didn't. So all of the words have 3 columns between them, and this one has 4, and which means between sins and the next word it'll only have 2. So I'm probably gonna have to frog out just the word sins and move it over by 1, but that's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna stitch the other word, see what it looks like, and if it's insane, like if you can't really read it, it's too close, then I will frog out the word sins, restitch that, and it should be fine. But I really, really, really like this. I love it on antiqued. I think it looks really good, and eventually it will be around this long, which is crazy to me. But anyways, that was today's video. I hope that you really liked it. If you did, hit subscribe. I would love to get to 1,000. I think that would be really cool. So if you liked it, you know, hit the thumbs up, share it if you would like. I want to do a giveaway whenever I hit 1K. So that would be fun. And I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.